Strength is not always visible at first glance. Often it is revealed through endurance and the ability to keep moving forward when circumstances feel overwhelming and uncertain. You have faced moments that tested your patience, your courage, and your determination. Yet you continued. You adapted. You learned from each challenge instead of allowing it to define you. That kind of resilience builds a strength that few people truly understand. Some people live ordinary lives, and some are asked to endure far more than they ever expected. You are one of the rare few who walk through storms that most people will never fully understand. There were seasons where it felt like every direction held another challenge, another obstacle, another moment that tested your strength. Many people are fortunate enough to have someone guide them through difficult times, someone to show them how to endure. But for you, the road was different. You often had to discover your own strength. You were told to remain strong, but rarely shown how. So you learned through experience. You learned by standing back up when life tried to push you down. You learned by pushing each trial with whatever courage you could muster up in that moment. There were times when the weight of everything felt unbearable. Times when it seemed impossible that one person could carry so much. Yet somehow you continued moving forward. Not because life was easy, but because something inside you refused to give up. Love kept you moving. Faith kept you standing. And the quiet presence of God carried you through moments when your own strength felt exhausted. Looking back now, it almost feels unbearable. The number of trials you endured, the obstacles that appeared along your path. Many people who hear your story will struggle to believe that one person could pass through so many hardships and still remain pure. But here you are, still breathing, still moving forward, still capable of smiling, and that alone speaks louder than any explanation. Because surviving those trials did more than test you. They shaped you. They forged a resilience that cannot be easily shaken. They taught you lessons that no classroom could ever provide. And those lessons have given you something powerful. They've given you perspective. They've given you strength and the ability to guide others who are struggling through their own darkness. Your story will reach people who feel like giving up, people who believe that their burdens are too heavy to carry. But when they see that someone endured even greater storms and still chose to keep going, something inside them will change. Their hope will return. Their courage will rise. And they will realize that if one person can endure so much and still stand with dignity, then perhaps they can continue forward as well. You did not endure these trials simply to survive them. You endured them so your life could become a light for others walking through their own darkness. Leadership does not always come from titles. Sometimes it comes from survival. Sometimes the strongest leaders are simply the people who refuse to break. I'd like to end this message off with a parable. A blacksmith once placed a piece of iron into the furnace. He struck it again and again with his hammer. The iron bent, twisted, and endured blow after blow. A young apprentice watched and asked, "Why must the metal suffer so many strikes?" The blacksmith replied, "Because ordinary iron cannot hold the blade's edge. Only iron that has survived the fire and the hammer can become a sword." When the work was finished, the once rough iron had become a strong and beautiful blade. And the blacksmith quietly said, "The fire did not destroy it. The fire revealed what it could become." The lesson? The hardships that seem unbearable in the moment often become the very forces that shape a person's strength. Those who survive the fire of life do not endure it without purpose. Their resilience becomes proof to others that even the heaviest storms can be survived. And sometimes the greatest leaders are simply the ones who kept walking when everything tried to make them stop. And that's it for this message. I'd like to thank everybody who made it to the end of the video. I'm truly honored by your support. If this message resonated with you at all, please consider dropping a comment, giving me some feedback, hitting the like button, and subscribing. It's been ChrisAnesti, and until next time, take care and have a good one.